I'm in the North York Moors, which is one of England's national parks, and in truth, one of my most favourite places in the whole of England. And the North York Moors is one of 2 national parks in Yorkshire, along with the Yorkshire Dales. I've come out today to pick some brambles, which are often found along road verges or in hedgerows in the side of fields. And this, at the end of August, is the perfect time to come out and pick some brambles. And hopefully I'll get lots and lots of brambles, and I'll show you what they are and what they look like and how many I've picked. What I'll do in this video is I'll show you a few of these blackberries. We'll try and take some pictures of them, see if we can get some nice pictures of these lovely fruits, and just show you what this area looks like. Brambles are members of the rubus family, which also includes strawberries or raspberries or raspberries, depends on where you're from. They tend to grow on the verges of roads, in bushes, and as I am now, along a hedgerow. They quite often just grow wild along hedgerows, and it's normally blackberries that are actually growing here. And in the UK in particular, we use the term brambles to describe picking things like raspberries and strawberries and in particular blackberries. The stems of the plants are quite prickly, and that goes for all of the rubus family of plants. So when you pick them, obviously it's not always easy to get to them, especially if they're in a difficult place to reach, and you've got to consider if you're willing to get your arm scratched by putting your hand into a prickly bush. I'm going to use my Olympus E-PL5 to take these shots, and I found a really nice bramble patch just to my left. The 12 to 40 kit lens is what I normally use on my EM1 Mark II, but because it focuses at 20 centimeters, it's almost macro lens. So I'm going to use this lens and this camera to try to take some nice, almost macro shots of the brambles on this really lovely bush beside me. I've just taken a couple of pictures with the 12 to 40 lens, and I've gone with 40mm because I believe that gives me a longer focal length, will give me the best separation between the brambles and the background. I've gone with manual focus on a couple of the pictures just because the little EPL5 is hunting a little bit for the finer details. Hopefully they come out. What is typical is obviously the best and the biggest brambles that you find are always on the other side of a barbed wire fence. Brambles start off green, of course, and as they ripen they turn red, and eventually they go black, and that's when they're ready for picking. So I've used these ice cream tubs to put all the blackberries I've picked. In fact, it wasn't me that picked these. I've employed some people to do it for me, aka my family members, and they've done a really good job collecting all these brambles. And look at the amount we've got, it looks like there could be another video making a bramble pie, in truth. The North York Moors is one of England's national parks, and it covers an area from Thirsk in the west all the way to Whitby and the Yorkshire coast in the east. And it really is one of my favourite places in England. I just love coming here. The scenery is beautiful, and on a nice day like this with some beautiful cloud cover, some sunshine, and everything green or gold, it's just the nicest place to be in the world. In these hedgerows, there's not only brambles, there's all sorts of berries that grow along the hedgerow, and they're ideal habitats for all the birds that live in these hedgerows because there's food aplenty. What I'll do is take some more pictures of these blackberries, these brambles, and maybe get a couple of other berries and shots too. But of course you can pick the brambles direct off the bush and eat them now, which is what I'm going to do. And they're really nice and really sweet, and they're obviously good for you. The only challenge is, of course, they're out in the wild, they're not being washed, and they could have all sorts of bug stuff on them. But we are in the wild, this is nature, so I feel fairly confident I'm going to be all right eating this. Absolutely lovely, really juicy. And I've got lots of red on my hand to prove that I've just eaten it. Lovely. I found these plants that look like miniature bluebells growing out of the hedgerow beside of the road, and I can't help but take a picture of these. I'm going to quickly grab a close-up shot of these and I'll show you what these look like straight away. See what you think these are. Thanks very much indeed for watching this short video. I hope it's been interesting. I know it's a bit different. Taking pictures of brambles isn't what you'd normally expect from a video, but it's something we all do, and something it's quite an easy thing to do, especially out in the countryside or out in the fields, etc. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could give it a like, that would be nice. And if you continue to like the content I'm producing, it would be amazing if you would subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.